As the first light of dawn broke through the curtains, Emily found herself staring at her reflection in the mirror, struggling to recognize the person gazing back at her. Years of self-doubt and apprehension had left their mark, dimming the once vibrant spark in her eyes. Yet, in that precise moment, something shifted. An inner voice, barely perceptible at first, began to whisper a truth that would forever alter the course of her life. This is Emily's story, but it could just as easily be yours, for within each of us lies the power of transformation. Esteemed viewers, welcome to this extraordinary journey of self-discovery and personal metamorphosis. Today, we'll delve into the depths of timeless wisdom, exploring principles that have inspired countless individuals in their quest for a fulfilling and meaningful existence. Prepare to challenge your limiting beliefs and awaken the boundless potential slumbering within you. Envision yourself as a sculptor standing before an uncut block of marble. This block represents your life, your potential. Many spend their days lamenting the shape of the block, wishing it were different. However, the true artist sees within that block the masterpiece already existing inside. With each chisel stroke, with every thought and action aligned with their vision, they reveal the beauty that was always present. This metaphor introduces us to the central concept of today's topic: your conviction is your destiny. These words, immortalized by the great mystic and teacher Neville Goddard, encapsulate a profound truth with the power to revolutionize our existence. But what does this phrase truly mean? To comprehend it, we must first understand the power of our declarations. As Goddard reminds us in Chapter 2 of his work, "You shall declare a thing and it shall come to pass." These words resonate with an ancient force, reminding us of the creative power residing within each of us. Allow me to share a personal anecdote that illustrates this principle. Several years ago, I found myself at a crossroads in life. My career had stagnated, my relationships were superficial, and I felt I had lost my way. It was then that I discovered Goddard's teachings and decided to put the power of declaration into practice. Each morning, I stood before the mirror and proclaimed with conviction, "I am an inspiring speaker who transforms lives." Initially, these words sounded hollow, even ridiculous. But I persisted, day after day, week after week. Gradually, I began to notice subtle changes in my behavior and how others perceived me. Opportunities to speak publicly started to arise, and with each experience, my confidence grew. Today, I can say with gratitude that declaration has become my reality. But the true miracle wasn't the change in my external circumstances, but the internal transformation I experienced. This personal experience leads us to a fundamental question: how does this power of declaration truly work? The answer lies in the words of the prophet Isaiah, "So shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth, it shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in the thing for which I send it." These words are not mere poetry, they encapsulate a profound psychological truth. Every thought, every word we utter, is a seed we plant in the fertile soil of our subconscious mind. And like any seed, with proper care and nourishment, it will eventually bear fruit. But this is where many err. They believe that simply repeating positive affirmations is enough for magic to happen. The true key lies in unwavering belief, in the deep conviction that what we declare is already a reality on the spiritual plane. Goddard expresses it brilliantly when he says, "Man does not command things to appear by his words, which are, for the most part, a confession of his doubts and fears." Declaring is ever done in consciousness as man is self-persuaded of the truth of that which he says. Let's reflect for a moment on these words. How many times have we found ourselves manifesting exactly what we feared most? It's as if our fears had the power to materialize. But if this is true for our fears, wouldn't it be equally true for our highest desires? The key lies in changing our consciousness, in aligning ourselves with what we wish to be and have. As Goddard reminds us, at every moment of time, man is declaring himself to be and to possess that which he is conscious of being and possessing. Let me share another story that illustrates this principle. I met a woman named Sophie, a talented artist who had abandoned her creative dreams for a secure but unfulfilling job. When she discovered the power of declaration, she decided to proclaim each day, "I am a successful and recognized artist, my works inspire and transform lives." At first, these words seemed like a distant fantasy. But Sophie persisted. She began dedicating time each day to her art, even if just for a few minutes. Gradually, her passion was rekindled. She started sharing her work on social media, and to her surprise, found an enthusiastic audience. A year after beginning this practice, Sophie had quit her corporate job and was making a living as a full-time artist. Her works were exhibited in galleries, and her Instagram account had thousands of followers. But most importantly, it was the internal transformation she had experienced. Sophie radiated a confidence and joy that inspired everyone around her. This story leads us to a fundamental truth: our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. As Goddard reminds us, the day man does this, knows that his Father and he are one, but that his Father is greater than he, that is, the consciousness of being is greater than his conception of himself, and when he discovers that his consciousness is the power of expression personified, a power eternally presenting itself in his conceptions of himself, by assuming and appropriating that state of consciousness which he desires to express or manifest, he will transform himself into that state of expression. But how can we apply these principles in our daily lives? The answer lies in constant and conscious practice. Each morning upon waking, take a moment to declare your desired reality. Not as a future wish, but as a present truth. Instead of saying someday I will be successful, proclaim with conviction, I am successful here and now. As you go about your day, maintain that elevated consciousness. When faced with challenges, ask yourself, how would the highest version of myself handle this situation? Act from that place of power and confidence. Remember, change isn't always immediate or dramatic. Often, it occurs in small moments of conscious choice. Each time you choose to act from your higher self, you're sculpting that masterpiece that is your life. Now, let me ask you a question. What are you declaring for your life at this moment? Are your thoughts and words a reflection of your fears and limitations, or of your highest aspirations? Imagine for a moment that you have the power to rewrite the script of your life. What story would you tell? What character would you play? Because, in reality, you already have that power. As Goddard reminds us, turn from the blindness of the uninitiated man who attempts to express or possess qualities or things which he is not conscious of being or possessing. Be the illumined mystic who declares on the basis of the changeless law that he is conscious of being or possessing that which he desires to be or possess. This is the essence of your conviction is your destiny. It's not about blind faith in an external power, but an unshakable confidence in the creative power residing within you. It's the deep understanding that you are the author of your own story, the sculptor of your own destiny. Dear viewers, as we continue this journey of discovery, I'd like to introduce two new subtopics that are closely related to our main theme and can further enhance our understanding and application of these powerful principles. The first subtopic we'll explore is the power of emotional alignment. While we've discussed the importance of our thoughts and declarations, it's crucial to understand that our emotions play an equally significant role in shaping our reality. Neville Goddard often emphasized the importance of feeling the reality of our desires as if they were already manifest. Imagine for a moment that you've just achieved a long-held goal. Perhaps you've landed your dream job or bought your ideal home. How does that feel? Can you sense the excitement, the joy, the satisfaction coursing through your body? This emotional state is not just a byproduct of achievement, it's a crucial component of the manifestation process itself. When we align our emotions with our desires, we create a powerful resonance that attracts corresponding experiences into our lives. It's not enough to simply think or speak our desires, we must embody them emotionally. This is what Goddard meant when he spoke of living in the end. One effective technique for emotional alignment is what I call emotional time travel. Close your eyes and project yourself into the future, to a time when your desire has already manifested. Immerse yourself fully in that moment. What do you see? What do you hear? Most importantly, what do you feel? Allow those positive emotions to wash over you, to fill every cell of your being. Practice this regularly, and you'll find that your current reality begins to shift to match this emotional state. Remember, the universe doesn't distinguish between emotions generated by real events and those generated by imagination. By consistently cultivating the emotions associated with your desired reality, you're sending a powerful signal to the universe about what you're ready to receive. The second subtopic we'll explore is the art of detachment. This might seem counterintuitive at first. After all, if we're focusing intensely on our desires, shouldn't we be deeply attached to them? However, paradoxically, it's often our attachment to specific outcomes that can hinder their manifestation. Detachment doesn't mean not caring about your desires. Rather, it means trusting in the process and being open to how your desires might manifest. It's about releasing the need to control every aspect of the how and instead focusing on the what and the why. Goddard often spoke about the importance of letting go after we've done our part in the creative process. He compared it to planting a seed. Once you've planted the seed, declared your desire and aligned emotionally with it, you don't dig it up every day to check on its progress. You trust that it's growing beneath the surface, even if you can't see it yet. Practicing detachment allows us to avoid the pitfall of desperation or anxiety, which can actually push our desires further away. It creates space for the universe to work its magic, often in ways we couldn't have imagined. One practical way to cultivate detachment is through the practice of gratitude. By focusing on and appreciating what you already have, you shift your energy from a state of lack to a state of abundance. This not only feels better emotionally but also aligns you more closely with the frequency of your desires. Another powerful technique is what I call the divine delegation. After you've declared your desire and felt it as real, mentally hand it over to the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in. Say something like, "I've done my part. Now I trust in the perfect unfolding of this desire and divine timing." This act of surrender can be incredibly liberating and often accelerates the manifestation process. As we integrate these subtopics, emotional alignment and detachment, with our understanding of the power of declaration and conviction, we create a holistic approach to conscious creation. It's like learning to play a complex instrument. Each element is important on its own, but when combined skillfully, they create a beautiful symphony of manifestation. Dear viewers, as we conclude this journey of discovery, I invite you to reflect on these eternal truths. What story are you writing for your life? What masterpiece are you sculpting with your thoughts, emotions, and actions? Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Each of you is a unique and valuable expression of universal consciousness. By embracing this truth, by living from your highest self, you not only transform your own lives but elevate the consciousness of all humanity. So I ask you, are you ready to declare your destiny? Are you willing to live from that place of infinite power and possibility? The moment is now. The choice is yours. May the light of your true self illuminate your path, and may the wisdom of Neville Goddard and all great teachers resonate in your hearts. Always remember, you are the creator of your reality, the sculptor of your destiny. Live from that truth and watch as magic unfolds in your lives.